promise it's not just going to be a straight up Guinness hate fest. Lord knows I could do it. Oh, this is not going to be good. Hey, this is Chris from This Week in Beer, and I'll welcome you back to some more Mad Science. When I first brought up the idea of Mad Science and doing these blends, one of the first suggestions that I received was to do Snakebite. And I said, well, what the hell's Snakebite? He said, oh, well, it's great. You take Guinness, and then I stopped listening. It's no secret I don't like Guinness. I'm not a big fan of it. But for this, I'm going to give it a try, because it said take Guinness and mix it with Crispin. And apparently, it works with any cider. I mean, you take Guinness and mix it with a hard cider. I was like, okay, that's something I suppose I'd give it a try. Anything will hopefully make Guinness better. It's actually supposed to be any stout beer with a hard cider. So I have ever since I'm not that big a fan of Guinness. I'm not very familiar with their brands. I have a regular Guinness Draft, a Guinness Black Lager. I'm not sure if that's gonna work out right. And the Guinness Extra Stout. Let's give this a try. Start from the bottom. Why do people love this stuff? I don't get it. So, here's my first try of a Guinness Extra Stout Snakebite. Why would someone do this to themselves? Ugh. No. That's a no. Big no on that one. I mean, it tastes like you put chalk in cider. I mean, I don't... There's just simply unpleasant flavor to that. I don't like that at all. Oh god, that's even worse. Someone's going to point out that I'm making this wrong and you're supposed to layer it, or I'm not getting my proportions correct. Strange enough, with a much worse beer, this one actually tastes a little better. All it really tastes like is you're toning down your cider. I mean, Guinness doesn't have a lot of flavor in it anyway, so I guess I don't really know what I was going to expect. We're running out of cups. Guinness Black Lager. I've never been a huge fan of black lagers in general. I take that back. Of all of these beers, this one is definitely the least offensive to me. It's probably because it's not a stout. Not that I don't like stouts, I love stouts. A great stout can be absolutely wonderful. I just don't like Guinness. All of these blends, I'm really not tasting anything but cider in them. Which I suppose is a good thing, and quite honestly, with these stouts in particular, I suppose that that's to be expected. I don't get it. I don't get the Snakebite. If the point is just to add flavor to your Guinness, there are a lot of flavored stouts that you would be much better off trying. That being said, I wonder if you threw that apple flavor into a bourbon barrel-aged stout, you might end up with something really tasty. So, the Snakebite, I would say, if you're making it with Guinness, it's a bad idea. Experiment with something else. That I'll have to give that a try. So this is Chris from This Week in Beer. Don't drink Snakebite.